The other major problem, like why do we have these many issues when we have an efficient political leaders? The problem is, let me try to understand, make it clear for you, like what is a major challenge of the present day, not only in India but in the entire world. The major challenge is political funding. The challenge is political funding. The political funding means it's a report. Again, we can't simply talk on whatever topic you want. All the MPs, all the member of parliaments are having the property of worth rupees 1 crore or more. The word of the dialogue, which it clearly reveals that, like when it is very clear, all the MPs, there is no exemption to anyone, all the MPs do have properties of worth more than 1 crore, which means like all are millionaires, billionaires. The question is, if this kind of statements reveal for us about the member of parliamentarians of a large democratic country in the world, in which 70% of people are still having their daily per capita income less than 10,000 rupees per head. So it clearly reveals for us that the percentage of people who can contest in the elections or who can participate in the politics depends only for highly privileged people. My intention in getting the highly privileged people means the people, those who are filthy rich. So only the rich people can participate in the elections. Only the rich people can contest in the elections. Only the rich people can bear all the costs or the things which are necessary to do in the politics. This is the challenge now. What are your possible solutions that you can suggest? It is really a tough challenge, because you can't say, I am not worried about a politician. Tomorrow, if the same politician, let us put the politician name X, he is funded or he is a filthy rich person, he comes into power, he acts around the way which he looks from his childhood. He do not know what is a problem, he do not know who is a common man, he do not know what is a village backdrop. He never has been facing any kind of problems or any kind of loss or value of money or anything. He was born and brought up with a silver spoon or gold spoon, and he has everything whatever he needs. So he does according to his own ideology. He do not want to understand what are the problems of a common man. So these kind of leaders are going to decide the future of 70 to 80% of the Indians who are working hard daily to earn something. So really it's a most important and crucial problem which need to be addressed very seriously. Now the problem is, when you start to give the solutions, first of all the government should take the initiative to bear certain amount of money as an election cost for the people, whoever want to contest. So this breaks the barrier that only the rich people can contest in the politics, rather than that poor people also, the person who is not owning crores of properties also can participate in the elections. This can be broken only by the government's initiative, that making like at least some amount can be sponsored by the government to participate in the elections. The second major thing what we can do is public finance. We can keep all the records of political parties. So the record of all the political parties should be kept outside to understand actually what is the political funding of the political parties. Who is donating for the political parties? How much are they donating for the political parties? how much ever they want they can donate, but it should be public. It should be clearly available to all of them, so that they can understand actually what's happening there, so that they can analyze what's happening for them. So these all understandings will reveal for us clearly what is happening for them. So this makes it very clear for them to understand what is the problem, what is the solution, what can be done better, what are the possible things that has to be made clearly. So all these things are necessary. Then when we talk about the other things of encouraging the common man coming into politics, the third or fourth point we can take as citizens' contributions. We can also encourage the citizens' contributions after making the records public to contribute for the candidates whom they like voluntarily, and that can be removed from the income tax. So once you donate the money for the election campaigning, that can be exempted from the income tax records. So these all things makes us very clear that he had certain kinds of clarity on what to be done. And this issue is not a turned out issue from today, because it is an open issue for every time. Because this is a scenario where most of the Indians do not feel like they are connected to politics, because politics is a very costly affair. Politics is something it's only for the rich people. Politics is something which can be done only or managed by only rich people. This kind of scenario, this kind of mindset has to be changed. This scenario has to be broken down completely. We need to invite the young and the poor people who know what is the value of the real life. They only can understand the problems. That is the reason why when the constitution has been drafted, there has been a clear specification of giving reservation for a certain categories of people in order to bring them into light and enlighten them, and to know actually what are the problems that are happening from that particular section representation. So these all are the efforts made by the constitution framers, but still it is not turning into reality. There is somehow we are lagging behind. So if the problems are not addressed clearly, it again turns to be a major challenge for democracy. So like this, you can put down your options, you can check all the problems which you feel that these are problems. Just note down the challenge, try to think and focus on what are the possible solutions that can be suggested. Once you start to focus on the possible solutions what can be suggested, that reveals for you the situation like, yes, we have a problem here, this has to be addressed. This is not only for democracy, it can be on anything. You can use this in your personal life also. You can connect it to a problem what you are getting in access to a situation. So what are the things that have to be done by me? What are my mistakes? What are my positives? So then you can correct yourself very easily. So please plan like this. And now we will try to redefine democracy. How can we redefine democracy?
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.